Hi everybody, how are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm sitting outside in front of my Nicky tree. It's actually a maple tree that my son Nick bought when it was very tiny, and it has grown so big now. White dragon horse and Horace and I are enjoying being outside in the fresh air. Oh, it smells so beautiful. My lilac tree has got flowers. The other flowers are starting to bloom. It's just such a nice time to be outside. And when I was looking at the tree, my Nicky tree, it made me think how happy I am to be a mummy. And I wanted to share another mummy story with you. Remember last time we talked about how we made little presents for Mommy. We traced our hand. Remember, I drew my hand and it looked so funny. And I told you about one of my favorite stories called Love You Forever. I'm going to read that one today. I hope you can see the pictures. It might be tricky with the shadow, the reflection from the sun. But this book is called Love You Forever. The words are by Robert Munch and the pictures are by Sheila McGraw. Hold it so you can see. A mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. She rocked that baby. The baby grew. He grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old. Some of you were 2 years old, right? Yeah. Oh, he ran all around the house. Oh, he pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator. And he took his mommy's watch and I don't even want to say it. He flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. Oh dear. Did your mommy say that sometimes? My mommy used to say it about me, yeah. But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room and crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and she rocked him back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. Let's see what's next. The little boy grew. He grew and he grew. He grew until he was 9 years old. Do you know anybody that's 9 years old? And he never wanted to come in for dinner. He never wanted to take a bath. And when Grandma visited, he always said bad words. Sometimes his mother wanted to sell him to the zoo. Oh dear. But at nighttime, when he was asleep, the mother quietly opened the door to his bedroom. She crawled across the floor and looked up over his bed to see if he was really asleep. And if he was, she would pick up that 9-year-old boy and she rocked him back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you for always, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. He grew, and he grew, and he grew. Oh no, he grew until he was a teenager. He had strange friends, and he wore strange clothes, and he listened to strange music. Sometimes that mother felt like she was in the zoo. But at nighttime, If that teenager was really asleep, Mommy would crawl across the floor. She'd look up over the edge of the bed, and if he was really asleep, she would pick that teenager up and she would hold him in her arms and she rocked him back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The teenager grew. He grew, and he grew, and he grew. He left home and got a house across town. Oh dear, poor Mummy. But sometimes on dark nights, the mother got into her car and drove across town. I don't know if you can tell, but can you see what's on top of her car? Yeah, it's a ladder. Why would she have a ladder on her car, I wonder? If all the lights in her son's house were out, she opened his bedroom window and crawled across the floor and looked up over the side of his bed. And if that great big man was really asleep, she picked him up and she would rock him back and forth, back and forth. And while she rocked him, she sang, I'll love, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. See how big he is now? That Mummy is very strong. Oh, and can you see what's at the window? A ladder. Right, that's why she had a ladder on her car. Well, that mother, she got older and older and older. One day she called to her son and said, You'd better come see me because I'm very old and sick. So her son came to see her. When he came in the door, she tried to sing the song. She sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. But she couldn't finish because she was too old and too sick. Oh dear. Can you hear the birds in my yard? I think they're enjoying the story. The son went to his mother. He picked her up and rocked her back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang this song. I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my Mummy you'll be. Oh, almost the same song. When the son came home that night, he stood for a long time at the top of the stairs. I wonder what he was thinking. How do you think his heart was feeling? I think he had a heavy heart too. Then he went into the room where his very new baby daughter was sleeping. He picked her up in his arms and very slowly rocked her back and forth, back and forth. And while he rocked her, he sang, I'll love you forever, I'll like you for always, as long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. And that's the end of that story. I love that story. Makes my heart feel so happy to see how Mummy loved her boy so much, and as he grew, even when he was doing things that made her want to pull her hair out, she still loved him. And I think all mummies are like that, right? We love our children, even when we do things that make our hearts a little bit sad. We still love them very much, just like your mommy will always love you very much. I want you to have a wonderful day. I will talk to you soon. I'll see you. Bye-bye. I love you very much. Bye.